So, as we all know, you left off with the big bad demon fellow here who was looking for the sword that Lou now has, almost killing Cassius at one point. I think doing some pretty big damage to Rin also.
Yeah, I have I have 46 health.
Uh, but then Lou pulled this sword that seems to be generating sunlight. And as soon as that blade activates out of the handle and encompasses this demon in its light, you can see his skin start to burn just a little bit, like it's actively hurting him to be in this sunlight. And Lou, it was your turn at the end of last session. Did you actually take your actions and everything, or were we moving
Yes,
on from you, or were you
yeah,
about to?
we ended at the very end of my turn. I hopped down. I got the sword, hopped down. It's like, bring it, you son of a bitch.
Nice.
Yeah.
So in that case, it would be Theric's turn.
Everybody's dying.
Every- So Anenra, go ahead and take it.
Oh,
I'm
yay.
definitely going.
Great.
You are.
I don't know if I guess this is correct. He doesn't use very much spells. All right, let's see.
15 temp for Lou.
Did he already hit him with the synaptic static?
I don't know.
Actually, you know
don't-
what? We're gonna try something different. Actually,
All right, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
Misty Step right
cast.
next to him.
Yep.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna cast a 3rd level slow.
Ooh, that is a Wisdom save.
Yes, of 17.
Ooh, sorry, that is a 21.
Damn.
That is so I can't do that. Never mind.
Silvery barbs.
If you like,
That is one of his reactions. Yeah.
he does have that.
Yeah, we'll try that.
So let
Wait, let me see if he actually has a.
Yeah.
Can he? Is that like a spell? How does that work?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's a
first level
spell.
spell.
Okay, let me check his
I
first level
mean,
spell.
we still are in burning Phaedrus, by the way.
That is true. So we will have to make a roll for that.
Slow and silvery barbs.
Oh, fuck! Hold on.
Nothing wrong.
Stand by for 1 second. I don't have my sheet.
Oh no!
Do it now while he's weakened.
Right? Ah!
I already put my card on top. It doesn't count, you know.
So dumb.
Something. Okay. And you guys had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, a 10 and a 12. Okay. Okay. So he's got to re-roll that, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
And someone gets advantage too.
Ooh.
Oh. Who's Cassius? You're next in line, so we'll go to Cassius.
Okay.
Well, no,
He does roll.
Cassius already has advantage.
Yeah.
I'll give it
I'm
to
sure I'm gonna
Anenra.
die, but okay.
All right.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're near death.
Pretty much.
He does still save against slow with a 20.
Wow.
Jesus.
We need a bard.
Unnatural 20. Is that it for Theric?
He is going to step back a little bit. Actually, no. Where's he at? Right here. What can he do? Try to set up his next turn here. he have? He does not have a cure wounds. Okay.
Well, that's right. He is part cleric. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I was looking at his cleric spells. Yeah, he'll step back a little bit.
In that case, it is Big Boy's turn. And at the moment, he has eyes only for Lou. So he is going to charge up on Lou, which means that Rin will get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Damn, he didn't leave my area.
A
Oh, I get
17.
advantage, right?
Yes, you would have had
Yep,
advantage.
you
Yeah,
would
you
have had
would've.
advantage. 20 is going to hit.
+3.
Oh, you still haven't got that rage thing, huh?
Okay, so it is 8 slashing, lightning, and rage. There we go. All right. He rolls up on Lou and he says, "You want to fight me? Fine." And he's going to cast Fist upon you.
You better roll on that chart.
Lou, that is a 28 to hit.
Oh, Jesus.
Counter
So
spell.
that is going to be 19 bludgeoning damage and 9 necrotic damage.
Ow.
Oof.
He's then going to whip around with his wing and try and skewer you with it. Yep, that's going to hit. That is a 29 for 13 piercing damage. Oh, I am doing this incorrectly. Sorry. Give yourself that health back real quick. Because when he is in sunlight, he rolls at disadvantage.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yay.
So I guess we would just take the lower of the first two for his first attack. So you would still take that
Yeah.
initial
Okay.
damage.
Thank you, because I didn't want to add that back in because I had temp HP and whatnot,
All right. So then his second attack is actually a 15 to hit.
which will miss.
And then he's going to whip around with his stinger, which is the really nasty one. 17?
Also gonna miss
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Oof.
by
lucky.
1.
Lucky. And you also notice that because he's in sunlight, he is kind of averting his gaze a bit from the blade of your weapon. Therefore, you are not under the effect of his death gaze.
That's
Um,
good.
That's
which will
very
bring us
good.
to Cassius.
Oh my god, I survived on my turn.
You did it!
Yay!
Congratulations.
So just cast daylight on him. Daylight.
Right in his face.
Yeah. Okay. Bonus action. I'm going to teleport 15 feet away. Oh man, you're killing me here. I don't have anything else to really toast. Or, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, I'm going to cast lightning bolt.
Okay.
I'm going to cast lightning bolt at him, and
And so he
hopefully
makes a
not kill my
dex
friend.
save.
Yeah. 14.
21.
Awesome sauce.
Does he make that save with disadvantage?
Let me check.
I rolled pretty fair.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, but not saves.
All right.
Dope.
Oh, and he was supposed to take some radiant damage at the beginning of his turn, so let me add that in. Just for being near you. So he will take half of that, right?
Yes, sir.
So half of
It's only
28
14.
is 14. And you notice that while it does hurt him, it doesn't hurt him as much as you would have liked.
Okay.
I'm happy it hurt him at all. And then I'm just going to move up here.
All right.
And I'm going to roll you some dice. Dice roll. That is 1.
A 1?
That is a 1.
All right, well then, go ahead and roll me a D100.
76. 6.
79.
Oh, so close.
Did you say 76?
Yeah, that's our friend.
Oh. I
No,
thought it was
remember he
47.
changed up the
I
table.
rearranged the
Oh,
table.
you dirty
Yeah.
dick.
We gotta find Charlie all over again.
Gotta find him again.
Okay, where are you, Cassius? We need to
I
see
am at the top
who's
right
within 30 feet of you.
Oh, I was definitely closer. I was over here when I cast the spell. So
Okay, so Lou is out of range, and Theric is out of range, but everybody else is in range. Okay, so roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Roll me a d6, and if you roll a 6, roll again.
4.
A 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you could not have done that better. Oh well, actually, we're not done rolling dice yet. This might actually be bad. Roll me a d100.
Sure, sure. That is a 98.
Ooh,
A
wow.
98, so that is in fact going to be bad, unfortunately,
Damn it.
as you cast Enlarge on this
Oh, no.
It's 50% enlarge or reduce.
Jesus.
I think he likes lightning, guys. It's not good. I'm
Did
gonna
you
go
just
back up
make
here
this
now.
worse?
Maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna go up here, and that'll
That's
be the end of my turn.
all right. Let's do an Enra.
Yay.
Now, absolutely
Over here, over here.
gargantuan demon who's looking going, hey, this is not bad.
Well, so if that's where you finished, you would get
Yes, that's where I definitely need to finish.
15 temp.
Thank God.
All right. Well, an Ender's gonna do an Ender things. Actually, let
We
me
got
check.
this, and then the.
Let me check the amount of arrows I have. I think last time we determined that my bolts weren't hitting him as hard as I wanted, right?
Yes.
Because they
Yes.
were not magical.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
but are they now magical,
Yeah.
or is it
Do they
just
count
that
as
extra
magical
D4?
now because of your
Now that you're
aura?
in his aura, I believe that yeah, I think that works.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, then an Ender will shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the goddamn face. Hopefully, he doesn't get bigger.
Right.
Everything I do is wrong, guys.
I was expecting you heal him
Oh.
for 98 points.
Oh, I would have been so mad. I would have just left.
So-
A 12 is unfortunately not gonna do it.
Question with Silvery Barbs.
Uh-huh.
Does he only get advantage for one attack or for the full turn?
Just for one attack. 16 is also gonna miss.
Awesome. That's all I got. We're starting early with the combat. Jesus.
In that case, Rin, you are up.
Okay.
You get 11 temp. You're out of it. Sorry. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Plus I
Plus
still
you
have
had more,
I have 13.
I have 13 as well. Alright. So I'm still raging.
Yes, ma'am.
That's my last rage of the day. Oh,
You gotta
oh,
you gotta move
sorry.
up on him first. But yeah, that
Sorry.
24 will definitely hit.
She's flanking,
Sweet.
right? So
Where'd he go?
And yeah, you
But
should.
Yep.
Legging barbarian is dangerous.
Okay, so go ahead
How's
and
she
roll.
gonna hit us from over there?
Just
Swinging.
watch.
And you can add a D4 to this.
How are your arms so long? Okay, so
plus
25.
plus 3.
Plus 3 from the
More.
rage, so 26 total.
That's just my first hit.
hold on, I'm still mathing over here because certain things do half damage, certain things do twice damage. it's a whole thing.
We see
Okay.
if anything seems like it hits harder than it should yet.
Oh, the radiant damage definitely burns him more than.
Okay.
I thought we had already established that, but
I
I'm
couldn't
not sure.
remember, so.
Yeah, it has been a hot minute. So
Mhm.
okay, Rin, go ahead and bring in your attack.
All right. And with advantage this
Yes.
time.
Getting
Yep,
closer.
that's definitely gonna hit.
Let's be nice.
It's been nice.
Plus 3.
And roll. She gets a D4 on every attack, right?
A
Mhm.
D4? Okay.
Okay. And do you have one more, or are you?
Oh, yes, I do.
Because you're in a frenzy.
Also, I'm hasted.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
God.
Oh, yeah.
And she's hasted, that's right.
Oh, I forgot she was
I couldn't-
hasted.
I wasn't able to cast it on myself, I believe. I just could cast it on her.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's a wrecking
Didn't
ball,
it-
so.
Didn't it go away since you took all that damage, though?
When did I
Oh,
take
No.
damage just now?
No,
no,
it
last session.
previous
Oh,
last
no.
session it did drop. You
It
did
did
drop it, and she did go through that exhaustive
Oh,
round.
that's right. She
Yeah,
did have
yeah.
a
She had to miss
non-turn
a turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's right. So
Oh,
you
I got
But
crit.
she's also frenzying, so she
Yeah,
does
yeah.
get the bonus action attack. So the
Right,
crit
right.
still goes.
The crit
Okay.
still goes.
So, oh boy. All right, this
More
is a lot of
math.
math.
Oh,
Okay.
12, 24 plus 4 is 26.
You have to
Plus
take
Plus-
into account the
plus-
lightning damage
plus
is
3.
Yeah, I have to keep it all separate because some stuff does more and some stuff does less. So
I can tell you that the lightning damage is 9 after everything's taken into account
okay. So,
because he's resistant.
hmm,
But that D4 counts as another 4 radiant, right?
Yes, it does.
6.
Jesus Christ.
Which, if he's vulnerable, would double to 12. Yeah, so math. Let's stop saying numbers.
Tom's got this. We trust Tom. He's good. Let's go, Captain Tom.
In Tom we trust.
there's so much green blood coming out. So then,
Thank God he's
Can't
not a
even tell
xenomorph.
it's my
I
turn.
can't even see him anymore.
I've
yeah,
cleared
you
the
may
blood
need
a
to
number
clear
of
the
times
blood
already.
just to see what's happening.
Nah.
Okay. All right, I think I got it situated. He has now gone down to near death.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm still not done. I'm still not done.
You get another attack?
No,
I
that's-
have 2 more attacks.
No, you
No.
already hit him
No,
every time.
Because you're not hasted anymore.
I'm not. Okay, then I get 1 more attack.
No,
That
you,
should-
I'm
no,
frenzied.
you,
Hold on.
No, that was 3 attacks.
Yeah.
you only get 3.
Oh.
Calm
Ridden,
down, Slasher.
she's so
Hold
angry
on.
she just keeps attacking. She's like, I'm taking everybody else's turn too.
I give my turn to Rin. Go,
Mom.
Rin.
1,
Take 2 levels of
2,
fighter, get action surge.
3. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Getting killed
I
on
I end my turn. I apologize. I got a little hungry.
Well, he's gonna
So we
have
get
to cast a spell
Ooh.
just to maybe get a healing wild magic.
And you
But
do get
right.
16 temp hit points. So because of the daylight, we're not. None of us are suffering this effect, or
yes, you are not suffering from his death gaze because he is in sunlight and therefore is basically trying to not look at anything.
all right. Bonus
Wink,
action.
wink.
I'm going to try to bonk him with the hammer or the gauntlet,
Okay.
just in case something happens where I turn into a goat. 12. I don't think that hits.
12 is not gonna hit.
And so he's flanked, so I would get advantage because I'm part of this, right?
You do, but your spiritual weapon does not.
Right, true. Right.
Yeah.
So main action, hit him with a short sword.
Okay.
22.
22 does hit.
We take a plus a d4. So 14 points of 8 of radiant and 6 of radiant. Six,
It's all
eight,
it's
8 piercing and 6 radiant.
okay.
My bad. And yeah, everyone's in the aura, so yeah, it's good.
Okay. Lou, it's time to bring
All
out
right.
your new fun toy.
It's
Time to actually
time.
do something in this combat. Yeah, Lou's gonna swing
Oh,
with his. Oh,
no, go ahead. I just forgot that he totally has legendary actions, so he could have been doing stuff in between turns.
well, that's okay. Maybe he'll get the opportunity after this.
I doubt it.
I hope not. All right. So first attack
Yep, that's gonna hit.
plus another D4,
That's all
and
radiant damage.
that is all radiant damage.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually going to drop a second level smite as
Mhm.
well.
Oh, you do not want him to
That's
get another opportunity, do you?
I'm sorry, is he undead?
He is both undead and fiend.
Mm.
Okay, so that's gonna be 4d8.
It's a plus 1d8 for each one, right?
No, it's just one for it's just one.
Shh, don't tell him. He won't know.
It's a twofer.
So
Okay.
Oh, he's dead. There's no
14,
way.
31 damage for that hit.
And it's
All,
all radiant damage?
all
It's all
radiant.
radiant. So it's 62.
Okay.
31.
Da, 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 da. Lou, you come up and sink this blade of pure radiant energy into him, and beams of light just start to exude from his body as he starts to not melt, but just sort of collapse in on himself. And the
Oh.
green, nasty light that he has been exuding is being replaced by a warm yellow sunlight.
Hmm.
And as he collapses into nothing, he's going to reach out a hand towards you and say, "My brothers will avenge me." Dead.
I shall send them to you as quickly as I can.
And as his body poofs from existence, a small stone figurine clatters to the floor in the place where he once was.
Hmm.
Very nice.
I'm just
I'll
Souvenir.
look down at. Well, that was amazing.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that sword is intense.
So we have 5 more of those to battle,
what?
or is it 4?
I'll fight 100 more with this sword.
I mean,
I feel like we're kind of pointless.
What
Minus
over
red.
here?
Oh, yes, and as he dies, this guy falls to the floor.
Oh,
I'm collecting arrows.
Like the arrows.
I'm helping collect arrows.
Lou is going to run over to Cassius and give him a shoulder massage, giving him 20 points of lay on hands.
Oh well, thank you. That's. Oh, I feel better. That's for sure. Oh, goddamn. Fuck this guy. Fuck
Actually,
all of the players. Jesus.
Theric is going to give you a 4th level healing word.
Well, I was heading over this direction just in
Oh.
case it matters.
And Lou, now that the big bad demon man is gone, you still feel a fiendish presence in this room,
Ooh.
but you feel infernal rather than abyssal.
Good.
Interesting.
I personally can't remember, and I know Crescent didn't actually check it out. This guy in this armor, can I check on him to see if what his situation is? Is he dead? Is he clinging to life?
You can come up and do a check on him, yes.
Mm-hmm. Anything in particular?
Can I-
or-
I guess roll me an investigation. It would be really easy. Once you've got your hands on him, you can tell he is alive.
So would that be medicine to see if someone's still alive?
If you want to stabilize him, yeah. If you just want to look at him, if he's
Yeah, I will. Fuck. Yeah, fuck it. I will throw a.
uh,
I not have. I don't have. Yeah, I throw a healing word at him first level just to try to bring him up some.
this is weird. I'm trying to end the combat and it's not letting me. There we go. Okay. So, and then Lou, what are you doing with your sword?
I'm using it as a light source right now.
Okay.
And I want to try to see if I can pinpoint the location of this infernal presence.
In that case, throw out a divine sense. Lou, or rather, Crescent, when you put a healing word into this guy, he does kind of awaken and sort of groan and get himself up into a sitting position.
Are you all right, friend? What happened?
He'll kind of look around and see that there is a bright light in here and kind of shield his eyes a little bit against the light, and he'll say, "Well, I'm not dead, so I suppose there's that."
But the evil that was in here is.
Yes. Lou, are you throwing out a divine sense?
Yeah, I don't roll anything for that. It's just like a ping.
Yeah. Can you just link it real quick?
Oh yeah. Mm.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely this guy, Lou.
Stranger things are happening. As I say, as I pull out my sword and point it at him.
He is still like shielding his eyes from the glow, and he says, "Now, now, now, there's no reason to be hasty about this. Surely we can make a deal."
Absolutely not. We do
Uh,
not make deals with fiends.
Are the fiends trying to make a deal?
one
Oh, he's
moment.
picked the wrong guy to talk to.
He is going to change shape, and in his place, you are going to see this
Son of
guy.
a bitch.
And he's looking at Lou, and he says, "Look, you've clearly got me at a disadvantage here. I certainly don't have the strength to fight you all right now. And I see you've recovered that."
Yes, I have recovered her.
Hmm.
Ask for all of his money and all of his stuff.
So obviously you're outnumbered. You're weak. You better start talking, or we have no reason to keep you here.
Well, surely there's something you want that I can provide.
I don't think so.
What do you got?
He's gonna look over kind of across the whole group, and let me pull up his sheet here, make sure he can actually do
Yeah.
this.
What does he
Um,
provide? Is he like a merchant now? He just has a bunch of wares under his wings.
I need some gems and diamonds. You got either.
Hit Fiend has wares if you have coin.
That fiend's gonna have no head
Yeah.
and no wares in a second.
So Lou walks around this guy,
hmm
getting behind him, and
Oh,
swings
he
down.
is tracking. He's tracking you the
Oh,
whole time.
okay, then
You've got that sword. He is not taking his eyes off you.
then I'll
Take it
just
easy, Lou.
kind of circle, and I'm going to attack him.
Oh
Okay.
wait,
Ah, damn it,
oh
Lou.
wait.
You wanted
Before
stuff.
he answered my question,
Yes.
Lou, roll an attack.
Specifically when you said, "What have you got?" Swing.
Mm.
God damn it, Lou. We want stuff.
Make a swing there, Lou.
Crescent, are you
Who cares about our
for this
soul?
or against this? I need to know whether I would have whether you'd be considered flanking for this attack.
Yeah, I mean, I still is. Would I pick up that he's infernal? Well, he changed shape, so yes, I'm for
Yeah.
it. Yes,
Yeah, and you're a cleric of Helm as well, so we're
correct.
the same thing.
Yeah, we should be relatively the same.
I'm almost positive that hits, but I don't have. I put his sheet away for some reason.
because he knew Lou was about to take his head off.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yep, that hits.
damn it, Lou.
And he only had the 7 HP, so
Radiant decapitation.
uh-huh. And as a fiend, his body doesn't actually die here, it just returns to the hills. Rather unfortunately, as soon as he dies, the walls begin to shake
Oh,
and bits of the ceiling begin to collapse.
Oh, there's no way that
Yeah.
he was keeping this thing up. Guys, I think
Oh.
we're gonna have to
Great.
run.
Yeah.
Run. God damn it.
Time to go.
Go,
Attack.
go, go!
damn it, Lou! Control your anger.
I'm not sorry.
There's still another door I really wanted to look at.
And now
You
you'll
want to try
never
to
know.
escape running down that hall?
Yeah.
Now we're just
All
gonna get
right.
all the loot here. Yay.
So what we are going to enter real quickly here is a skill challenge.
Oh.
That's what I was waiting for.
So what I'm gonna have y'all do is actually roll initiative.
Okay, at
Ooh,
what
okay.
point should we stop moving?
I'm gonna let you get up to where the stairs are here, so that's
Okay.
fine. You won't hit any serious obstacles until then.
Gotta put him inside me again.
Oh.
Come on,
As
third.
as one does.
Right.
So yeah, once you get there, everybody go into initiative.
Okay.
All right.
We'll just say that we're all within 10 feet of each other. Everybody gets the +4.
Oh.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Do you want me to roll one for Theric too, or
We'll
Then it
just,
won't matter what we get.
I mean,
because we'll
let's
all
just
be-
leave Theric out of it unless you really want him.
no? No, not really.
He can just tag along for this part.
Oh, is it everything he can do?
Along with the other
better?
NPCs.
Well, they're
Well,
all
the
upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
plus
okay,
4 only
cool. I
matters
wasn't
if
sure. I
we're
never.
Look at
going
that!
big.
Out of combat.
They're with Glabagool, right?
Yeah, the NPCs in Glabagool are watching the other bad guy, or rather, the other
Dude.
knight that let you down here.
Yeah, that is a 36. Because
Oh yeah,
out of combat.
uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah, the plus 4 isn't gonna matter.
Are the walls
It's just
still
for the other-
shaking
I
here
know.
too?
Yes. And as bits cascade down. Who is in? Does anybody else need their? Or I guess if everybody's being adjusted the same, it wouldn't matter.
True.
Yeah, nope,
And-
not in this round.
I mean, as we're running down the hallway, Crescent would just yell to Lou, "You didn't pick this up on the other ones?"
There was
Uh,
too much demonic interference. You would not have noticed a little bit of infernal unless you did an active check.
Fair enough.
Too bad you cut the guys in
All
half.
right, so as you guys approach the stairs here, let me grab a quick note to track your failures and successes. Anenra, you are at the head of the group coming up to the stairs, and you can see that the stairwell is beginning to collapse, but you think that you could probably still make it if you were to get your way up there. How would you like to do that?
I don't even see stairs.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't actually make them part of the map, but they're right here.
Oh, okay.
I imported the map and then realized there were no stairs there.
Got
And I was like, I'm not rebuilding this whole fucking map for one flight of stairs.
Oh, we're fucked. We're
shit.
fucked, guys. We're fucked. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you know what? The
Uh,
stairs are gone. You guys die in the rubble.
There,
Can
hurry
I-
up and put up your dome or your castle again.
right. Can I
Quick, quick.
look for the quickest path?
Yes, you can make me a perception check for such a thing.
Cool.
All right, with a 19, successes, failing. With a 19, you are able to pretty skillfully avoid any of the damaged areas and lead the group up the stairs into the next floor up.
Should we just stay grouped together so you can move us?
Yeah, put the group token up.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just use the group token.
Yay.
Dun, 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 dun. In that case, let me switch this
I
around.
mean, I
real
really
quick.
doubt this is a split the party type of situation. So,
Hey, I'm not
Certainly
here to.
hope not.
I'm not here to tell you how to live your potentially very short lives. All right. So we are gonna put the party token there. And we are Oh, there's these here. 1 second. Map's not quite prepped. Because we're changing maps, it got rid of the turn order. I'm just gonna write it down. So we go Manra, Theric, Rin, Crescent, Lou, and Cassius. Cassius, I don't think I've ever seen you roll such a low initiative.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you guys find yourselves here. And as you crest the top of the stairs, you can see into the room ahead of you. There do appear to be some demons up there. Oh, did we decide we were not going to have Theric in the order?
Yes, we did.
yeah.
We did.
Okay, let me cross him out real quick. In that
The
case,
carousel is also gone.
yeah, I know. That's why I wrote it down, because when we
Okay.
change maps, it gets rid of the carousel. So, Rin, it is now your turn. You see ahead of you some potential enemies, and to the side, some doors that you might be able to go through. How is it that you would lead the party forward?
I can't see. I can't see anything.
Oh, can none of you see anything?
I can see a
Yeah.
little
Well,
bit.
I see the token here, and
Oh,
I see
that's
the
because
token.
the
I
token
don't.
doesn't. The token
I
doesn't
just see the
have
stairs.
dark vision.
Oh, the red
oh,
guys.
there it is.
Ah, gotcha. The token doesn't have
Uh,
dark vision.
Actually, I'm going to give the token better vision because y'all have been here before. So I'm just going to give it Crescent's
Oh.
vision.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't have any 3rd level spell slots.
So I see some dead people.
Yeah, I guess I didn't put them in your view here. You can see somebody up there.
3 2nd level spell.
So Rin, what is it that you would like to do to lead the party forward? You have a door that you know to be unlocked but with potential enemies ahead of you, and one door on either side of you that you know to be locked but with potentially no enemies.
I take the. How many feet can I go forward?
We're not restricted by your movement speed here. This is just how are
Okay.
you going to try and get through this area?
I'm gonna go the way I came.
Straight through the front door?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast the last spell I have on Rin, enhance ability, and give her advantage on intelligence checks.
All right.
That's what
So
I'm gonna
Rin,
do.
rather than moving your token, you know that there are enemies in this room. How are you going to try and avoid them? You know that you do not have time for a fight here.
No.
How are you going to try and get by them?
Mm. I can pick up a rock and try to throw it over here.
There are rocks falling from the walls and the ceiling all over the place.
Okay, so I throw a rock and throw it over there to get their attention.
Make me an athletics check. We'll see if you can throw your rock hard enough to differentiate it from the other rocks. Okay, with a 22, Rin picks up a big ass rock, throws it so hard against this wall over here that it shatters a hole in the wall, drawing the attention of both of these guys as the party sneaks their way up into this room.
That's what we're doing. We're sneaking.
Are we
Uh,
sneaking? Like, I've got a
uh,
giant glow
I,
stick.
I used the word sneaking. That was the wrong word to use, but you were able to get by them while they were distracted. Uh, Crescent.
We should be running. That's what we should be doing.
Crescent, you are up
About to
next,
be
and I really
smushed.
should have put these guys where they were more visible. Okay, Crescent, you are up next. You can see that the room that you're in is very similar to the one that you were just in, again with potential enemies ahead and doors of unknown origin to your right and left.
Spice?
Here we go again. Running, running, running as we hit by rocks.
Is Crescent muted?
Yeah. I sorry. As I approached the door, I would have cast Mislead, which simultaneously makes me invisible while making a duplicate of myself. And I was going to try to skirt around this way and try to draw their attention with my duplicate as we run past them.
Okay, first roll me a wild. Oh no, there's no wild magic in here. My bad. Yeah, so that is a 5th level spell, which will be an automatic success. And you guys are
Nice.
able to get up into the next area. Wow, nobody wanted to go through the side doors. Interesting. Okay.
Everything's
I was
collapsing
I w-
around
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I was
Like, I'm
trying to until everything collapsed.
yeah,
What
I'm
a great time
curious,
to
but with everything
explore.
collapsing around us, there's just not time.
Yeah. Oh no, I wanted to search every bit of this place.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay, so you guys make it to the stairs up to the next level.
We didn't think that
Oh,
killing the fisherman was going to make this place
can I
fun.
make a suggestion for the team as a team, Rin to the other? Before we leave, if the case is shattered around the book, we should grab the book.
The book is
Oh,
gone
The book's
already.
gone.
gone.
We tried that already. They took it before we got there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, so Crescent did a spell. Lou, you are now up. Do you want to go the way that you have come into this place, or are you going to move in a different direction?
Definitely the same way we came.
Okay.
Like, because
Um,
everything collapsing at the same rate that it was on the lower levels? Does it
yes.
seem like it's accelerating, slowing down?
It doesn't seem to be accelerating, but it is still. There is less of the ceiling the more that you go, so you're starting to see up into the floor above you a little more easily.
Okay, yeah, we're getting out of here the way we came.
Okay, in that case, before you move, roll me, or I guess you can decide. Um, you can make a. Oh my God, why am I blanking here? Um,
Investigation?
because I don't want
Perception?
to. I don't want to restrict you in your what you want to do as you make your way through. How do you want to get through this area? Right, I guess is what the question I should ask.
Well, I mean, from what I see nothing in front of us, so it would just be running as fast as we can.
No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the token as we go here, because you're probably going to do that regardless of what's happening.
Yeah,
Um,
like
where are the
there isn't
tokens?
much to be done at this point except go.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what else to do.
Unless there's a reason
Uh,
not to go the way that we know, there's no reason to explore if it's crumbling.
okay. So now that you're up into the tapestry room and you're going back the way you came, I'm gonna put you here. With the collapsing going on, the creatures in this room do not notice you, but you see them as you come around the corner. So Lou, we're gonna still consider this to be your turn here.
Okay, from here, surprise party. Lou runs out wielding this sunlight sword, screaming his head off, bloody murder style, trying to freak these demons out, shock them to the point that everybody can run past. Whether they take off and run away or just done to the point that they can't react as we run past, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna
So
try to
an
startle them.
intimidation check then.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, with a
Damn.
14, as you make your way up to the room, you can see them kind of shield their eyes from your sword, but they are not going. They are able to withstand, and so the door. Or no, actually no, that's not how this works. Sorry. Failures slow you down. They do not stop you. So you make your way into this room and you flail this sword around trying to scare them off. It doesn't work as well as you want. You are going to have to stand and delay and actually like really make a performance out of this as the party moves through the room into the next area.
Quick question:
Like,
approximately how long are we spending through like each room? I mean, is it seconds? Is it minutes?
Mostly seconds. It would have taken a few extra seconds for Lou to get these ghouls to do what he wanted because he just wasn't quite as scary as he thought he was.
Okay.
I mean, when the world is literally collapsing around you, are you really going to be afraid of a glow stick?
When you're undead, are you really afraid of death?
That
Oh,
too.
We just got deep.
damn.
Cassius, you are now up. You're in the room with the pews. This door is closed, but you have gone that way before. You know that it leads up towards the display areas.
Yes, I do. I'll definitely, if I guess if I'm leading now, I'll definitely lead up that way.
Okay. So go ahead
Oh,
and move
move.
up
Oh,
and
okay.
through the door.
Door.
And are
Open
we
the
just
door.
charging down the hallway, or how are we doing this?
Yeah. I just open the
Okay.
door.
Okay. So we'll
Trapped
move
in this
you.
hallway.
We'll move you
I
up
don't
to
think so.
this door, which is also closed. Cassius, with a 20 passive perception, you are able to tell that even beyond the noises of the crumbling going on around you, there are enemies on the other side of this door somewhere.
Oh, God damn it. There's always enemies, guys. There's more enemies over here.
Fun fact, I
Uh,
did not add any enemies to this map. These are enemies that were already here and have just moved places.
yes. That is what enemies do. You're smart enough to just not sit there staring at each other.
Sometimes.
Let's play some dominoes, guys. Just sit here and wait for the bad guys. Um, I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay.
Perfect.
Nice.
Is this
Hmm.
phasers again? Yeah, this is all
Oh, yes,
phasers.
we are in phasers again.
Son of a bitch.
Fucking balls. Uh, yeah, I can't cast anything else. Oh, I can cast one spell, and that's Fairy Fire. Oh my god. Sure. I'm gonna use my last. It's my innate spell. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on that fat tub of crap.
To what point and purpose?
I don't know. Hopefully to distract them. Maybe I'll summon the unicorn to save me.
All right. So with the intent to randomly summon a unicorn,
A 1% chance.
please, please roll me a d20.
Let's do it, guys. I know we can do it. Tom's probably put it somewhere. Oh, it's an 18. Nah, that sucks.
18. With an 18, you are not able to summon Charlie.
Awesome.
Damn.
Off. All right. Book it, guys, to the left.
So your fairy fire not being quite as effective as you wanted, you are gonna have to wait until an opportune moment for them to leave you an opening to get through,
Oh,
which is going to bring us around. So we would be
I mean, all right. I mean, the
back
best
up.
thing I can do is, if I can, I can cast Dancing Lights to distract them, hopefully, and just kind of move it over towards the other doorway. Like little
Okay,
dancing bloop bloop
yeah.
bloops.
You want to do that instead of fairy fire?
Sure. I can do
Okay.
both. Alright. I'll roll again. Roll again. Nine.
Roll me a d100, please.
It's probably like 30 something. Oh, it's 48.
40. Nah, roll me a d12, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a D8. That's not the right one. And 11.
Charlie?
All right. Cassius's tongue lolls 11 inches out of his mouth.
Oh. Jeez.
Gene, is that you?
I love this game, guys. This is amazing.
All right,
Show
so
me your love gun. Oh.
you're
They
you're
fell
able
left.
to
What's over there, guys?
you're able to distract them with your dancing lights,
And
which
just walk off.
carries you on into this room, which will bring us back up to Anenra. Anenra, you know that this door is the door that you came in. The wall is
Ew.
collapsing. The ceiling collapses down. That door is now not even in existence.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
my tongue up like a fruit roll up and just put it in my head.
I will go to the. Oops, shit. Didn't mean to click it, but that door.
Okay. So if you're gonna try and navigate a new area, roll me a.
Survival?
Yeah, actually, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Ooh.
All right,
Perfect for me too.
with a 30, you're certainly able to determine that regardless of the twists and turns, you can get the party the direction that you want to go through this maze of corridors. And even though several doors are no longer doors, you do find your way around. And that is. Oh, we are so close, you guys. So you
Yeah.
come through here. You do not have to make a check to get through there because you already know that it is the direction you want to go. Da, 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 da. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. You guys find yourselves in this room, and it is now Rin. It is your turn. Per. Oh, this is actually perfect that it's Rin. Per Enenra's instruction, you know that the way out is over here through this locked door.
Can you give me 2 seconds? Just 2 seconds. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
What are you doing? I mean, yes, you can have 2 seconds.
I'm giving my son instructions to cleaning a chair.
Yeah, no, that's totally
Yes.
Yo, my wife.
We
fine. So you are now in this room here.
Oh, never mind. That's
yeah.
for like a 20-ounce
Anenra was
bag.
able to guide you up into here, and you know that the stairs out are on this side of the door, but this door is locked. How is Rin gonna get through a locked door?
Very
Smash it.
carefully.
I'm
Uh,
gonna fucking smash it. The walls are already fucking breaking. It doesn't matter. Smash my way through it
Comes
are
the
you doing
pain.
it with your sword, or are you just like kicking it
with my
down?
sword.
All right, in that
With
case, make me an attack roll. Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's
What
Ren.
Okay,
did you think was gonna happen?
Rin brings her sword down on this like Thor bringing down down his hammer, and knocks the door completely off its hinges. So, and this is a stone door, not a wooden door. The door does not split in half like you would expect since she has a sword. It flies backwards into the door behind it, taking them both off their hinges as you come into the room onto the stairs.
You just hear, never piss her off. Never piss her off. Never piss her off.
Yeah, I'll change it to render the door destroyer.
So after Rin is Crescent. Crescent, you guys mount the stairs. They are falling apart around you, and you get to the top of the stairs. Unfortunately, this door is the piece that was the altar that was had a secret switch to slide in and out from the top. And the armored man upstairs shut it behind you, as you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, do I not?
Crescent, how are you going to get through this door?
Can I yell up to? This is right below Gabagool, right?
And your other NPC friends.
Yeah. Gabagool and the rest. We're trapped down here. Open up! Open up! We're trying to get out. Everything's collapsing.
Globagool and other not globagools.
Gabagool and
the
others.
people that we always forget about.
All right. In that case, make me a. Ooh, is this a performance check?
Oh boy.
Would I be able to give myself guidance on this?
You would absolutely be able to give yourself guidance, but you will have to roll on the chart.
You are.
Potentially.
That's fine.
You just cast message.
I mean, too late. It's 11.
An 11? Okay.
Yo, Globs! Open up! We're down here! It's falling!
Yo, clubs.
Roll me that performance check to see if you can get everyone's attention.
Probably out there playing, like poking Gabagool.
Not bad for a 0-14.
Throwing stuff in them.
Oof.
Seeing what dissolves. That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing too.
With a 14, you can hear from above
Oh,
you
wait,
the
wait,
sounds.
wait. Here's a D4.
I'm about to tell you, you forgot your guidance.
16.
That absolutely just made the difference. All right.
Globs,
With
open
a
up!
with a with a 16, you hear from above you the sounds of voices arguing as you can hear your other friends yelling at this man to open it up because they can hear you down there, and he is absolutely not about opening the door until all of a sudden you hear a screaming and a squelching, and all of a sudden the door opens. You all pile into the upper section as you see. Actually, I can just move you here because all your tokens are already in here.
Hopefully he ate him. Hopefully Global
Burned
ate
him.
that
Get
guy.
out of our way.
Oh, there he is. Missed you.
Globby!
Yeah.
You can see Glabagool slowly dissolving the knight inside as
Yes.
with
Jesus Christ.
That a boy, Globs.
We did tell him to do that.
We did. We said if he
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
anyone interferes, eat him.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
This is why you're the greatest, sweet. You would be a part of our group, no problem.
He's an he is definitely a part of our group. I don't care what you guys say.
Oh.
and
Edith, you're
then
looking awfully fine too, but Globs is the
Eldith is
hero.
going to say, "Yes, of course, I am glad he's part of our group. We never would have been able to overpower that knight without him, although it was certainly a team effort amongst all of us."
Was it
Yes,
though?
thank you guys.
Was it? Inside check. Was it?
Jim Jar, Eldest.
Yes, it definitely was.
Darendelle, you guys are amazing. Thank you for helping.
So you guys are now out of Le Skill Challenge.
Does
Get
that
the
mean
hell
the
out of
floor is
here.
sinking, or
Word.
The floor up here appears to stay solid. You're
Oh,
able
thank
to just
God.
walk out if you want.
Yeah, let's GTFO.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, Globs, let's
yeah?
go, buddy.
Globs and friend, you're welcome to come with us. We're going this way.
Definitely not.
The rest of the group, they say, "Yeah, while you were gone, we were working on this cool saddle we made for Glabagool, so we can all just ride in the same space."
I'm sorry.
I
What?
wanna ride.
What's wrong with you
That is
guys?
glorious.
Glabagool is just carrying them all out slowly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, does Globs make a sound as he glides across the surface?
Yes, he absolutely leaves a snail trail and is like,
Oh, this is our bestest friends ever.
I want him to have like little arms, like little stick figure arms. I want to get some branches and give him arms.
Hey, you talking to me? I'm Glabagool.
Yeah.
Lou.
This isn't gonna kill them, is it?
No, they made a little saddle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
safe.
even a
Okay.
DM saddle is what they made.
God gave them
Are
a saddle.
you
They're using it.
are you accusing me of wanting them all to travel in the same space so that I don't have to move them all individually? How dare you?
It's the smartest play ever. I'm just trying to imagine them like sitting on the side of Glabagool while they're going.
That's
Just
kind
like
of.
a solid sheet that just sits on top of them.
I mean, that's kind of
Yeah, it's
amazing.
like a helmet.
You made a saddle out of no material. I mean, that's great.
Jim Jar pulls a gold piece out of his chest pocket and he says, "There's always material if you need it."
I don't know where you're pulling this material and gold out of, but I don't know if I want it.
It's
He
magic.
winks.
Oh god.
Lou,
You should.
what are you doing
Yes.
with your sword? Is it out? Is it put away? What's it doing?
Oh no, still out. It's been out the whole time.
Okay. Just keep
Yep.
me posted on if you want to do anything with it, and she might have opinions on said things.
Okay. Yeah, no, as of right now, just keeping it out.
do
Okay.
we? Do we?
If I remember correctly, when we came down here, it was completely pitch black, and I don't have dark vision, so
Yes,
she's my light
indeed.
source right now.
Do does everyone else see Lou talking to the sword? And if so, do we hear the response from the sword?
I don't believe Lou has made it any secret, but Lou, that's kind of up to you if you're talking out loud or telepathically. That is.
It's always in my own mind. It's always been a telepathic thing, but since getting the sword, when speaking to it, he does look down at it.
Hmm. So you look down, but telepathically. So,
Yeah.
is there a reason you keep looking at your sword? I mean, I know it's cool and all, but that's kind of
She's talking
strange.
to she's talking to me.
A, she, and B, what is she saying? I mean, that's
I
very
mean,
strange,
she
but
was she was the one that was begging for the help to be rescued.
I mean,
I mean,
how can you tell a sword is a she? I mean, wouldn't it be a he because it goes inside the scabbard?
it doesn't have a scabbard. It
You're a very awkward laugh from Nenra.
and besides, it's the voice, it's the way that she speaks, it's how she refers to herself.
Hmm. I mean, I guess there's strange things. There's a cube of three weird people riding it, so a talking sword is one of the
Welcome to
least
D&D.
weird thing that's down here.
Glabagul will
Uh,
extend a little pseudopod out and wave and be like, "Yeah,
Oh,
I'm the cube."
you're the
uh,
greatest ever. Don't change.
Lou will look down at the sword and out loud say, yes, unfortunately you're in the Underdark now. Though it is our mission to get back to the surface. So we'll get you into the sunlight once again.
So to Blingdenstone?
Jim Jar from atop Glabagul would say, "Yeah, Blingdenstone should be not far from here, really. I'm certain we can find a way to the surface there." I don't know why his accent changed, but it did.
That happens. Well
You've been
then,
hanging out with Bobby too much.
I guess we know our route.
Do we know our route?
You know.
Yeah.
Blingdenstone.
Do we know how to get there though?
Oh, I guess you haven't explored the
Yeah.
rest of this cave. There's really only one way out of this cave.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, there's the water that we came in, so there's probably a different way out.
I'm just gonna go out, like trying to find the path
I mean, I
to go.
guess if you think you know the way, let's go.
Can I scout ahead?
You certainly may. Um, Although I will need to take you to a new map at some point here.
And since Derek's not here, I will give myself vigilant blessing to give myself guide advantage on next initiative.
Okay. Whoa.
Oh
What
no.
happened?
Okay.
What happened?
Uh, a scene that I apparently did not save is not here, so we're gonna have to do something slightly different.
I refuse.
All right, Anenra, please make me a survival check.
Guidance from Theric. I think he can give guidance, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Derek is all the way down here, though.
No, Theric is inside me.
But
that's not
Oh, is he?
Oh
Derek,
no.
Yeah,
Derek does not have
wrong guy.
guidance.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
have
is.
guidance. I mean, if you come back here, I can give it to you.
Oh, I thought he did.
Yeah, I don't see it in his spell list.
Yeah, guidance.
That's-
It's a glimpse of the future.
Oh, it's because it's got a different name. Yep.
Oh yeah, he did the name thing.
Theric is inside
Oh,
me, right? I didn't leave him anywhere.
No, I saw him back down.
Nope, he's still back here. I got him. Derek traveling through walls.
Get back inside me.
Do, 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 do.
Okay.
Glabagul says, "Oh, I can do that too."
Come here, Globby. I accept you.
Okay.
Ew,
Uh,
ew.
between Jim Jar's familiarity with the general area that you're in and your ability to navigate the Underdark, you do determine that you are headed in the right direction. But Blingdenstone is still going to be a fair ways out. So what we are going to do is kind of fast forward a little bit here. Boop, 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 boop. You guys got plenty of supplies from Gracklestug. So you don't need to forage at the moment. You
You're talking about through
do.
like grasslands or stuff?
What?
What are you talking about? Forage? Like foraging?
Yeah, like look for food and stuff.
Oh, I mean, I would be probably trying to look for the ingredients for my poisons and stuff again,
Okay. In that
or whatever I
case,
need to do to. Did I? I can't remember if I determined if I broke down that special poison that I have to
oh,
ingredients.
Ralva's super special poison.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you did. But
I
you
just
know that
needed
the
to get it.
ingredients are very rare.
Yes. Just
So it is going to take you several days of travel to get to the next location here. So go ahead and roll me another survival check, and we'll see if you are able to come up with anything
guidance from there.
like that.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
20,
Right. 24.
24. Yeah, you are able to find some very small amounts of the very toxic mushrooms that make up the poison. There are still a few ingredients that you are missing to really create them, but you know that you have the really rare portions.
I'll be scouting and looking for those while we're going over the next several days.
Did we
Okay.
level up from killing the demon?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Woo!
I totally forgot to say that,
Oh,
didn't
we
you?
level up? Oh
yeah,
my
you sure
god!
did.
Because you want to know what?
Awesome.
You want to know what's so amazing about me leveling up?
What?
I get this ability where
Everyone does.
if I'm raging, and I reach to 0 hit point, I can roll a dice, and if it reaches a certain above a certain amount, I get 1 hit point back.
Nice.
She can stop herself from dying.
That's awesome.
And I can cast polymorph on 2 people at the same time.
Yep.
Look out, Tyrannosaurus Rexes, guys.
Aw.
Don't you have to
Aw.
Tyrannosaurus Rex before to polymorph someone into it?
God damn it, Tom. And giant crabs it is.
Giant crab is.
Because you can
giant
grapple
crabs.
with both pincers. So what now?
That sounds awesome.
Since we level up, I don't get my HP back, do I?
So the way I typically run it, your level up is like when you level up in a video game, where you basically gain the of a long rest as you level up, unless you're like actively in the middle of a dangerous situation, sort of thing.
In
Oh,
this
okay.
process, can I look for a gem encrusted bowl worth 1,000
Gem in.
GP?
In the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
No.
Can I look for materials that maybe I can make one?
When you're trying to find materials to make this bowl, Jim Jar will approach you and say, Deep Gnomes are some of the finest gemsmiths in the Underdark. I bet when we get to Blingdenstone, you could definitely find a bowl with gems
Mm-hmm.
worth as much money as you want, really.
I'll hold you to that.
You'll hold me closer, Tiny Dancer?
I mean, if that's the way the cookie bounces, that's the way what we're gonna do.
He winks again. All right.
Ooh, a Sangen.
So everybody go ahead and do your level up now before we go into the next area here.
I already did.
I think I fucked up my something here. For some reason, I'm proficient in athletics, not acrobatics. I accidentally clicked the wrong one.
Ruh-roh.
Probably keep that. And the shield is useful. Oh, I'm gonna take daylight away. Ooh, Chidori.
Dory? What?
Saw Chidori there.
I want Chidori.
Gain a bonus plus 8 AC, and you automatically succeed on all dex con saving throws. You'll start next turn. That is 8 trigrams palm rotation. That is better
Oh,
than shield and everything else.
that is.
No,
Yeah.
that one has not been approved for this campaign. That one was built specifically for a different game with a Naruto style ninja.
Can I have the Sangen? Aww. I was really thinking about taking what was it, the Hokage's fourth ones, the flash step and all sorts of stuff that I saw earlier.
I really think it's weird that when you have a list of spells, it does not differentiate homebrews from
It
Yeah.
non-homebrews.
Yeah.
kind of does. When you're in the player list and you open up the spell and you're looking at the description of it, like the casting time and all that, the very last thing on that list is source. And so for shield, it says source PHB page 275. But if you go to a homebrew spell, instead of source, it says version.
Uh,
That is the one way
Okay,
to tell with
right.
every at least spell that it is homebrew.
Yeah, I see that
I've been
too.
trying to mark them either with an HB or in version. I'll put homebrew.
okay.
I have a dumb question.
Okay.
So I took expertise in Thieves' Tools kit, but I'm not proficient in sleight of hand, so for that, I don't know what I would roll. Like, would I roll a stealth since I have a plus 12 in that for sleight of hand?
Yeah, just any decks that you would
Or
have expertise in, and
in.
yeah.
So to open doors, would be rolling stealth instead of a sleight of hand.
Um, yeah, that makes sense.
I thought so. Yeah, I don't understand why I'm not. I forgot to do sleight of hand. And for some reason, I'm proficient in athletics, which makes no sense because I can't find where I picked that anywhere on my character sheet.
Right.
Because I definitely would have picked acrobatics, not athletics.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I have no
Uh,
idea why I'm proficient in it.
can you just switch it?
I don't. I don't know where it's at. I just looked and I couldn't find anywhere where I selected to be proficient in athletics.
Huh. No, that's weird.
Yeah,
What's your race?
I'm a human.
Human what?
Rogue Gloomstalker. Or
Hmm.
human
I
ranger
think you
rogue.
get. I think you might get it from Gloomstalker.
Really?
Tom,
Yes.
Maybe.
may, maybe. Uh,
Efficiencies.
What?
Perception, survival.
the you know the um
Yeah, what are you asking of your of Helm?
Um, Helm, in this time of uncertainty, I've you and I both know of the the wonders of Ahira's feast, and I am lacking of the material needs for it. If you could so bless me with said material components, it would serve us greatly.
All right, roll that percentile die.
Ah,
62. Okay, so what happens, because something does happen,
Ooh.
oh.
Crescent, you don't hear anything, but you just sort of see a glow coming from like the side of a
Ignore that. I was just
Uh,
testing out what a level 20 Rin would look like.
Oh,
ah
Jesus.
Oh no, Rin.
we'll get there, don't worry.
Holy shit.
You're gonna start to see a low glow coming from the side of a medium-sized rock
Okay.
coming from near you.
I will look at this glow and get a better view of it. But guys,
Uh,
do you see this?
the more you look at it, the more it seems like the glow is actually coming from beneath it.
Can I start digging around and trying to free this glow from its imprisonment?
You could.
I will give myself guidance if need be.
Okay, then give me a little athletics check.
Oh, actually, I'm not that bad.
See if you can beat
Athletics.
Copy Ren's natural one, which you can't.
Mm.
Rin's natural one was twice what you.
11.
Fortuitously, you only needed a 10. So you are able to kind of pry this rock loose and you roll it out of the way. And there, sitting below the rock, is a beautiful bowl encrusted with jewels.
Nice.
Are you
Do-
going to pick it up?
I absolutely.
All right.
That's not very sanitary.
As soon as you pick it up, you start to hear something, and only Crescent can hear it, but it's laughter. It's a woman's laughter, and it is just echoing through your ears louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, the bowl just sort of dissolves into a bunch of spiders.
Oh, shit.
Ah, shit.
Make me a
Nice.
Constitution saving throw as they bite you.
All right.
Can I make a wisdom saving throw to see if I run
26.
away?
26. All right, you are only going to take
Ooh, Hydra.
10 poison damage as they all empty their venom into you. But since you saved, you don't get paralyzed, so you're good.
I can't transform into
Note to
slime.
self: don't just randomly pick up crusted bowls.
Especially the ones that you find out in the
Crescent
woods.
balls are not the best.
I mean, I will try to keep that promise. I don't know how true that will be. I mean, it. You saw how good it looked, right? It was glowing, and it was figured it was a lost treasure. It was like the Ark, right?
No, honestly, I wasn't paying attention.
I'll,
Probably, it looked too good to be true. It was probably a trap.
I'll point it out next time, and we can all share in this spidery goodness.
I'll pass.
Globs, how
Hmm?
about you?
Oh, I was just playing a game over here where I like to pick up a rock in the bottom and make it go all the way to the top and out the top of my head.
I mean, is that similar to?
Probable don't change.
Is
Oh,
that
you're
similar
wonderful.
to Boulder Parchment Shears?
Maybe.
All right, well, let's
And
move on.
Jim Jar keeps. You'll notice he has a gold piece periodically that he'll drop into Glabagool to like clean it and then as it comes out, he picks it up and like puts it away, and it's all nice and shiny now.
He's acid etching his coin.
Jesus.
And Eldith goes, "Oh, you fucking moron!" And Prince Darendil will say something in Elvish.
Are they still riding globs?
They are still riding Glabagool.
Wouldn't it be faster? I mean, if you walked ahead. I mean, I'm just saying.
They say, we're kind of tired, and it's easier for us to just all move as one unit.
It's been 3 days. How tired can you be?
Very.
Good call. Good call.
They've been with you guys since day one. Give them a break.
We haven't been useful in combat in like so long.
Hmm.
All right, is everybody leveled and ready to roll?
Yeah.
Minus, yeah, minus Theric, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys continue your way towards Blingdenstone, you are going down a path that is sort of getting more, or rather, more natural and less developed, which is not quite what you were expecting. And as you make your way further, you start to hear echoing off the walls of the cavern the clicks and clacks that you remember from. Let me pull one up just so that you guys can see it.
Quick question: has this been a long rest since the spider attack?
I'm gonna did get along
Okay.
since the spider attack. You just had a laughing in your ears about it, which was the most unsettling. Why is this taking forever? I just have too many things open, maybe. Okay.
Would you like me to roll some more survival checks to look for more poison stuff, or just the one check for the trip?
Not just yet.
That's cool.
So the clicks and clacks that you are hearing are reminiscent of the times of these guys.
Got
And
more hookbeaks or hook horns or click clacks coming up?
but the further and further you get towards them, what the hell? Oh,
Oh my god.
God damn it! I was just about to smoke a cigarette. You son of a bitch.
That looks awesome.
If we hear those, do we hear the other thing that was chasing after them? Or is it?
The closer you get, you do begin to hear the maniacal laughter, and then echoing through the halls is a loud, booming voice that just screams, "Bring me their blood!" And Lou, your ability to sense fiendish presences is starting to rise.
Oh boy.
I
Get
guess I
ready,
actually have,
guys.
I guess I actually have to put you guys on this map so that you can see things.
Hey, Jim
Oh,
Jar, is
yeah.
this is this Blingdenstone? Is this kind of what you sense, feel, everyday presence, something?
Well, I mean, Blingdenstone is this way, but this is kind of weird, man.
I mean,
Put
that's
there.
hasn't that what's been the last how many ever cycles it's been? Everything's been weird. Dragon
I guess,
eggs.
yeah,
Uh,
you're certainly not wrong. There we go.
cups that turn
Blue.
into spiders that laugh at you.
So I'm gonna put you guys on this map real quick, but don't do anything just yet. Because again, they don't like to give me a lot of margins on these maps, so things are gonna happen that appear to be right in front of you that are not actually right in front of you. So as you come down this way, you hear the clicking and the clacking and the laughter echoing off the sides of the walls. And coming from this little corridor up here, you see bloop, bloop. This guy just run past your field of vision down, squeezing its bulky body down this narrow corridor, followed quickly by another one. And like you can see from where you are, they are clearly running from something, and it is not easy for them to squeeze their bodies into this area. But they do manage to do it.
And
So
about approximately how far away are they?
I'm going to say that they are right about the edge of your field of view as you come into this area. Not you, Crescent, because you can see forever. But for like Lou, it's basically at the very edge of your light. Or
So since we know kind of what they sound like, can I actively try to perceive something that's different?
Uh, different how?
Sounds different, smells different, well, looks different. I mean, if they look like they're running from something, can I try to perceive what they could be running from or toward?
I
I
mean, you
guess.
you can hear the laughter all around you. Somebody could make a survival check to
But
see if they can determine determine their behavior a little better.
go back inside.
But you're not having you can't like make an insight check here. You're not having an interaction with them. You're just watching them
Mhm.
move.
Mm-hmm.
An Enra with a survival check of 20. You've spent enough time hunting in the Underdark that you would think that these are protecting a nest.
Hmm.
I will relay that to the group. They're
Okay.
protecting a nest of some kind here.
Oh, fun.
So you think something is attacking their young and bigger
Could be.
threat?
Would I determine something they're in like panic mode?
They do seem to be panicking a bit.
Yes, that is a fair assumption.
Do you want to try to help them out, or do we not care about
Didn't,
them?
didn't they try to kill us last time?
We're trying to help them? Why?
Monsters hunting monsters?
It's
Yeah, screw
true,
that.
I guess. I mean, yeah.
They didn't seem very intelligent when we fought them, did they?
No, no, they did not seem very intelligent at all. Basically, beasts.
Well,
Yeah, so I guess there's no really reasoning with them to we help you and you help us, so let nature be nature.
Oh,
As
maybe because Globagool
as you
shouldn't.
guys are having conversation, let me just write these things out so that they coming from the same direction as those hook horrors and still laughing their asses off are a bunch of these guys.
Oh god, I know what those
oh,
things are.
that's what I was feeling.
And let me just make
Fuck
a
these
quick check
guys.
to see if they notice you.
Is it? What's the lighting situation?
You are in bright sunlight.
Oh, it burns.
Ooh.
Okay. So they do notice the light. Two of them turn towards you and go, "Oh, victims!" And then one of them is going to take off down this hallway. So let's get everybody into initiative before he goes too far here.
Okie dokie.
Hey, everybody's within 10 feet of me. You all get the bonus again.
Ooh,
And this time for combat.
Go.
gave myself an advantage last time. Sweet.
Isn't Theric has advantage, doesn't he? For
What
some
the
reason,
balls? What did I
No.
roll?
thought he did.
No, I think Theric and Crescent were the only one that really gained the benefit from my Vigilant Blessing.
Do I need to add to anybody's?
Everybody, right?
Yes, everybody gets a +4 except for myself.
Okay.
So Rin jumps to a 15. Anenra jumps to a 27. Crescent to a 21.
27.
And now
19
it's
plus
low.
4 is not 27.
No, no,
Anenra?
23 plus
You're looking at the
4.
wrong person.
Oh, you know what you did?
I
You rolled for Theric, and it gave you a new one.
oh,
Oh, that's
because
weird because it
it's
shows
because
it
I'm.
the roll for Eric.
It does, but I'm clicked on Enenra because I
Oh,
was still clicked
All
on
right.
Enenra.
Just let me know. So Theric should have a 19
19
plus
plus
4 is
23.
4,
23.
23. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Cassius then gets a 28. No, 27.
Yes,
27.
sir.
Which one of you has the higher dex?
Minus
Between
3. My
between who?
dexterity is 16.
You and Cassius.
Oh, I got
And Enra
plus.
does.
Yeah, I got a +5. I got max dex.
Okay.
Oh no, I have an 18. I'm sorry, +4.
There you go.
Still higher.
Quick
Yeah,
question:
and I
would
got
I know
16.
these gnolls are if they're humanoid or considered humanoid?
Or regular
Um,
gnolls.
You have seen these gnolls before. You know that gnolls native to the material plane are considered humanoids, but these are actually fiends.
Fuck. All right, changing my plan.
Okay. This is going to be a pretty evolving combat as we go. Rin, how come
Fun.
it says you only have like half your HP?
Sorry. Um,
There we go. And Enra, you are up first.
Yay. Fuck it. Go down the line from top.
And unfortunately, you are not benefiting from your hiding thing because you are near Lou.
Yeah, but Ren is right there, so I still
Yeah.
get sneak.
Yeah.
But I don't have advantage. Gloomstone. Okay, that should be everything. Ooh,
Can tell we're in combat.
yeah,
Great.
Nope, a
makes
7
sense.
is not going to hit, oddly enough.
God, I love it when we're in combat and I can't hit shit.
It's alright, you have another attack, right?
I get 2 more actually.
There you go,
There
that'll
you
Oh
do
go.
it.
my god, I hit someone.
This is the first time you've rolled damage in a hot second.
It really is. Fuck. My next character is gonna be a caster, some kind of support, so I don't have to do this shit in combat.
Ooh,
31.
boy, 31 damage.
Excuse me.
And here comes the last one.
That is also going to hit.
So, oh my god, what is happening? I hit twice, guys.
Good job.
Alright, he is still on his feet, but not looking very good. And as the blood pours from his wounds, he like cups it up in his hands and shoves it in his mouth and all over his face, just going, ah!
Well, that's
That's
good.
that's disturbing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it for an enter? I already hit the next
Oh
button.
no, yeah, that's definitely it.
Okay. Cassius, you are up.
Cool. I'll
Oh
move.
wait, sorry, no.
Oh, sorry.
2 seconds. Is there anywhere I could hide?
At the moment, not really, because Lou puts out an awful lot of light.
Damn it, Lou. Can I like hide behind everyone? Like try to like blend in the crowd? Maybe?
I mean, I'm gonna allow you to make the check, but it is gonna be tough. Okay. As far as you can tell, you are hidden.
Okay. Sorry, not
Awesome.
that'll be it. I forgot I'm a rogue. I can bonus action hide shit.
All right, Cassius, what do you got?
I'm gonna move 15 feet between Lou and right here. I'll put my hand out to Lou if you want to come with me.
Lou accepts.
2, 3. So then I will bonus action teleport me and Lou 15 feet. So Lou would be here behind the knoll, and I'll be over here.
Okay. Lou, you bamf into existence there by the knoll.
Lou didn't see it because it was teleportation, but my token moving, I saw a glimpse of something. Don't know what it is.
I suggest you not worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and I'll just I'll attack the knoll here in front of me.
Okay.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Fuck. Never mind. Uh,
Go
yeah,
away,
for
NRA.
damage
I'm not
there.
answering your calls.
You don't get your sneak attack though, right?
So
Or is
that's
there?
8
Is there an
into.
ally within 5 feet?
No, but he did just teleport. I'm not sure if that's something that.
Yeah, actually, you're right. If I teleport as the first thing I do on my turn, then yeah.
Then you do get to use your sneak.
Yeah, because I'll attack with advantage then, so but it won't matter. So
And
Hmm.
oddly enough, these gnolls are immune to poison. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I totally
perfect.
forgot about poison. God damn it.
Okay, so you've got 8, 10, 21 plus your sneak attack, or plus your crit damage, which is how much?
Uh,
Crit.
12 plus 4 and 8 is 12, so 24.
So total 45.
I guess so. Yeah,
All right.
46. Yeah.
You sink Asp into the guy, and you can see the poison gleefully going out and blackening his veins as you finally have an enemy that you can do poison damage to again.
God
He,
damn it! I knew this dagger was good.
he is still on his feet, though.
And, all right, next time. All right, that's it.
Oh, that's right. You used your bonus action to teleport.
Yeah,
Okay. In that case, it is Theric's turn.
enter the battle.
Tom, you taking Theric for this one?
Oh, yeah, sorry. What do I got here? Let's see. I don't think I can really do any AoEs without hitting my peoples. Let's. Fuck it. Let's toll the dead on that one.
Okay. What kind of a save is that?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Wisdom. Oh, hey, he's proficient in wisdom saves. 14.
Oh wait. Technically he's 11 now.
Yeah. We had 3d12.
So it'd be that
Oh,
one.
wow. Okay. Yeah, he's super dead.
Wow.
Now, the question I have, if anybody knows offhand for Toll the Dead, does it actually make an audible noise, or is the noise only in the target's head?
I will post it for you so you can see.
Yeah, thank you.
Sound of a Dolores bell.
Yeah.
Fills the air
Fills the
around
air.
it for a minute, so
Yeah, it sounds like it's
Moment.
audible, right? Out in the open.
it's audible, but it's not like thaumaturgy audible. It's not going to go crashing through a whole thing. It's probably just like those within 15, 20 feet can hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would say.
Well,
3d12 damage, so yeah, a bit loud.
Okay,
Not like,
But it
yeah,
wouldn't
not
be
like
just
which trigger
localized.
pain. Yeah.
so if there was an enemy 20 feet away, he would probably be alerted that
Probably.
something was happening. I mean, he'd probably hear the sound of combat anyway, but
Right.
that's neither
yeah,
here nor
rustling and shit. Yeah.
there. All right. Derek, there is no Phaserus in here, so you don't have
Yay.
to roll on the chart. So no chance of Charlie. Is that it for Derek?
I'm just trouble, buddy.
If you had your shit in order, you could have your own shit. There you go, exactly. You could
Tom,
have
is that it for Derek?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Thought I said that. My bad.
This guy is gonna see Lou bamf into existence behind you, and he's gonna see your glowing sword and go, ah, it burns! It burns! And does a 14 hit? I don't think so.
Not.
And a 21 to hit probably does, though.
It
Uh,
would if I
oh,
did not cast shield.
oh,
Oh.
well,
My
you
AC is now 23.
you sure negated that 4 damage, so
Every
he is gonna try and bite you. 17 is not gonna cut it, so he is just like trying to grab you and like just gnashing his teeth in your face, and you're just holding him off of you as he's just like, "Nyah, nyah, 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 nyah." Crescent, you are up.
Because it's going to move up here, and I don't see anything of that. Yeah, I'm just going to pull out my sword and swing at this guy right here.
Okay.
I know how combat works.
Wish I could hit all.
18?
18 hits.
Sweet. For
Ooh.
12 points of damage.
12
10 and
damage.
2, if it makes a difference.
In this instance, you do not notice a difference in the damage.
And, I mean, for my bonus action, I would just look at him and be like, what now? You're surrounded.
And he'd say, "I'm not surrounded. I'm in a target-rich environment.
That's my line, bitch.
That's mine now." Rin, this guy is gonna try and claw at you 2 times. 12 is not gonna hit, and an
Mhm.
8 is also not gonna hit. The bite is also a 12, so fuck me, I guess. That'll bring us to Lou.
All right. Let's start with the one that tried to hit me.
Okay.
Everybody's got their own dance partner. I'd like my own as well.
There's no purpose
That it.
for that ping. I was just trying to get the target off.
Ah.
However, Lou is going to. Oh no, Lou's just gonna swing. Yeah, no, Lou's going to whisper into his sword just before he swings up. As rather than a standard attack, I'm going to cast Haunting Blade.
Ooh.
As that's the spell
Oh
you and
my
I.
god!
Nice.
No, it does.
Jesus!
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Wait, does it do both that 8 and that 11?
No, here. So this is because remember this is the spell that you and I were working on.
Oh, right. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like this one.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
he will
41 for a
take.
cantrip is very meaty.
Oh,
Yeah, he will take 15 from the sword. I'm guessing these gnolls are not undead, so the 7 doesn't count in that, but he will take 8 psychic damage.
Okay, so our
So
total
No,
is
I'm
gonna.
sorry. It is 11 psychic damage. It's the 2d6, and then the 3 psychic damage is, or the 8 psychic damage is if he makes an attack or misses an attack or an ability check.
Okay, so our actual damage is
26.
it's 26. All right, and as you make your attack, one moment.
Not too shabby.
Okay, and that's it for Lou. Or no, you have another attack.
No, that was a spell. That was a cantrip.
Right. It's
Uh,
one of those.
Actually, though, as a bonus action. No, let's not waste that yet. Can only do that once. Okay, yeah, no, that'll end my turn.
Okay, Rin, you are up.
Okay. So near death, badly injured.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Hey.
No, I'm looking at the people around me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
she's gonna rage and people are gonna disappear.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make it. Oh, I already raged, right? So I
Yes.
can't make it a reckless rage.
Did
Frenzy
we?
rage or a
A
reckless attack?
frenzy.
Yeah. So I
Fren-
think we talked about this last time, and it is You can frenzy as your rage action. You do not need a separate action to go into a frenzy.
Okay, then never
Is what we
mind.
decided.
I'm gonna just straight up attack. Then
Okay.
never mind.
12 is not going to do it.
It's with advantage, right?
Oh yes, you.
No? Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're
Not
actually
particularly.
making either one of them. With a medium creature, you. But this one is being flanked by Crescent and Lou, so if you are attacking that one, you do gain the benefit of flanking. So. Uh,
I'm gonna attack this guy first.
Okay.
so the first attack
Not
misses.
the
The second
best.
attack hits though,
Okay.
and that is totally enough to bring him down.
+3.
And
Oh, okay.
as you kill him, he is still just trying to gobble up as much of his own blood and the guy next to him as much as his blood as possible, and he's just like, and then down he goes.
And then I'm gonna move right here.
Okay. I'm gonna move his token out of the way so that I can see you. Is that it for?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. This guy, being trapped between Crescent and Lou, is going to turn his back on Lou and go for Crescent with a claw. 17 to hit Crescent.
Nope.
How about 15?
Well, conveniently enough, that one does hit.
And then a 14. So none of those are going to hit you. As he's just slobbering blood and drool just in your face at all times.
What did I tell you? You're
Uh,
surrounded.
all right. At
Perfect.
the end of the round, 1, 2, 3. Him in here. And 1, 2.
Oh, pupper.
That's as close as he can get to the action, and then we'll put him in initiative. Boop, boop. All right, that is going to bring us to the top of the round, and a Nenra.
Okay. So I see this guy coming up. I'm actually going to bonus action hunters mark him.
Okay.
That off. And try to hit him.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Am I also hidden from that man? Since I
Ooh.
hid last time.
You are.
Okay. Shit.
Although you are still not in darkness.
That's fine. I just need to be hidden to gain advantage.
Yeah. 15 does not connect. This one does appear to be wearing actual armor, whereas the others that you were fighting were not.
I will fire again.
That's going to do it.
So I'm getting 1.
For 28 damage.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Hunter's mark damage.
Don't you have your Dread Ambusher damage too? Or is that
No,
only on
that's only for the first round.
Okay.
So he comes up around the corner to see what's going on and immediately takes an arrow in the chest. And he looks up towards what's happening and he goes, "Yes, yes, more blood for the beast of butchery." Is that it for an Enro?
I will bonus action try to hide again.
Okay, go ahead and do it. Okay. That will bring us to Cassius.
Cool. Pew pew pew. Does that look like another knoll coming up from the southwest there?
It does, but he looks kind of beefier and more armored.
He has an arrow sticking out of his chest.
He does.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, I guess I'll just. I'll cast haste on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
2, 3. I'll take those away. 4. I guess 2. And I will attack the knoll in front of me twice.
The bottom one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You would gain advantage if you attacked the one above, because he's being flanked by your two allies there. Just a heads up.
Oh, okay. I will attack my first attack on the middle guy who seems surrounded.
Okay. Yep, 28 is definitely going to hit.
28.
For a
That's a
total
9 plus 5. So 14. Or no, that's 26. Yeah. Because the attack comes in. Not that.
Okay, he's still on his feet, but he's hurting.
God damn him. Then I will strike him with my second.
Didn't you cast haste as a bonus action?
I did.
Okay, so you yeah, never mind. It gives you an action. That's right. Never mind. Carry
It
on.
gives me an extra attack. Yeah,
Yep, 19 is gonna hit.
And that's 14 more damage.
14 more damage, and since you hit with both, he has to make a save. Yes.
Yes, sir. 18 con. And it
Him?
takes an extra d8 and use poison for a minute if you live.
He rolls an 11.
Takes an extra d8 poison damage.
Those daggers are fucking sick.
Oh, it's 2. He takes 2 damage. 2 poison.
2 damage, and he is
Mm.
poisoned. Yes.
Yes. Poison for the next minute.
Okay. So let's put a poison marker on him. All right. Is that it for Cassius?
Can it slip in under here? Or is that like a wall more or less?
Yes, you can. It didn't line up very well with the grid, but there you can squeeze in there.
Okay, then I'll just squeeze in there right below him. And
Okay.
that'll be the last of my turn.
All right. That will bring us to Theric.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple for him. He's gonna see the armored dude and cast Toll the Dead on him as well.
All right. Wisdom save. 14.
I don't know why I did that. 14 is not. That's just. Oh,
14 is the DC for that
it's his
one.
cleric DC.
So he does in fact pass then.
Yes, he does.
So the spell kind of goes dong around him, and he's just like he's too distracted by the carnage going on ahead of him, and he's just way too excited about it
Yeah,
to be distracted. Okay.
Yep, that's it for him.
Okay, so then this guy is gonna look down at Cassius and go, "You look delicious," and he's going to claw Cassius. That is a 21.
Nope.
And
Yeah, it meets it beats. So yeah, 21 hits.
okay, so that'll be 7 slashing.
Ah,
The second attack is gonna miss, and the bite attack is a 23.
oh, God.
So you are going to take 4 piercing damage and 6 poison damage from the bite. And I need you to make. Oh, no, wait. Just take the piercing damage. I need you to make a constitution save to see if you take the poison damage.
Gotcha.
You do. So you take a total of 10 damage as he sinks his teeth into you. And, like,
Wow.
he just rips a little chunk out of you, and just, like, you can see him just munching on the piece that he got out of you. It's like
Son of a
Crescent, you are up.
I told you you were surrounded, and I'm just gonna make a stabby at this guy right here.
All right, stabby stab him. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah. 26. Or 8 points of damage. Shitty damage.
He is still on his feet, but
Mm.
just barely.
There'll be more coming your way. Fuck, do I want to bonus action anything? Bonus actions. Nope. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That guy's dead. So Lou, you are up.
What is the net on this guy? The net
His
symbol.
hunter's marked.
Okay. And what kind of armor is he wearing?
You can see that he's actually wearing chainmail and he's holding a shield.
Oh, unlucky boy. I'm going to bonus action rabbit hop directly at him, but like Schnee Palpatine like Sheev Palpatine. I come in spinning hot, casting leavening blade.
Ooh.
All
What
these
is
new
that?
And
spells.
because he warlock. Because he is wearing metal armor, it is with advantage.
Well, a 25 definitely hits.
He will take
And
16. He'll take 26 damage.
26.
10 of that is lightning, if that matters.
It does not. Or at least it does not as far as you can tell.
Oh, I can't see an Enra anymore.
Well, he's outside of your light.
Mm.
Oh,
Makes
yes,
sense why
he
you can't see
is.
me.
Yep.
No one
Like,
can see me.
just
No, we're in broad daylight, aren't we?
Only
no.
if you're close to Lou.
Oh,
You're outside of my light right now, so I cannot see you, so you're outside the light.
yay.
Though I am gonna call back, guys. There's another of these big armored ones right here.
And Nenra just goes, "Oh yeah, this is way better."
Yeah. I got you covered.
Who said that?
That's going
What?
to end my turn.
All right. It is now the guy in front of you's turn. And you can see, rather than attacking with claws and fangs, he actually has a weapon. And he has a.
Make this as hard as possible for you.
All right, he is going to strike at you with his flail. 15 is not going to cut it. 24 will probably do it.
Yes, it will. I can't do anything about that one.
So that is going to be 8 bludgeoning damage as he makes contact with you on that one. And he gets one more attack. But it's only a 16.
Nice.
Oh, actually, when he hits you with the flail, something happens. I forgot about
Take damage.
Oh no.
that.
Yeah.
We roll a d6, and we get a 4, which means you need to make a wisdom save, please.
Ooh, this is a
I'm
fancy
actually not
glaive.
bad at those.
Oh yeah, you pass.
Jesus.
I
Come on, man.
fail.
Helm.
Okay, if you succeed, nothing happens. All right, that is it for his turn. And Rin, you are back up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move over here. And I'm going to attack. Am I hasted?
No, sorry, Rin.
No, only Cassius is hasted. A 12
Yes,
is
ma'am.
not going to connect.
Okay.
That's definitely going to hit. You're attacking the top one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super dead. He has 3 HP left.
Wow.
Yeah, you pulverize him into nothing. He doesn't even get to do anything weird and scary at you because he doesn't even know what's happening yet.
Then I move over here.
Okay. You're frenzied, so you can make a third attack,
Oh,
right?
I didn't frenzy.
Oh, just okay, just regular range.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, that guy's dead. This guy, seeing a potential rabbit stew situation, is going to flank Lou. You can see this guy also using a flail. And Lou. Oh, there's the crit.
All right.
Theric
S-
is, I think, in range to silvery barbs, if that's
he
something that
is.
he
It's
would
60
do.
feet.
Theric would, yes, if he saw the crit, he would change it.
Okay. Wow, it was actually a double crit. That's super fucking crazy. But he makes another roll, which means it's only a 16.
Nice.
Um,
Where is that advantage going to, Theric? Because I
Uh,
notice we forget about that a lot, so I'm
yeah,
trying to keep on top
we
of that.
do.
we definitely do.
Now that I'm invisible again,
And just for
he will give
clarity,
it to Lou.
that's your next roll, right? You don't even get to choose which one it's
No,
for, right?
it's the next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check of your choice
Oh,
over the next minute.
no, I thought it was just like the next
I believe
one.
it's over your choice. Let me read it just to be sure. Oh no, it's on the next. It's on the next one. It makes over the next minute. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
So yeah, you don't get
it's
to choose.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll go to Lou.
Okay, Lou, you have advantage on your next attack. He is going to
Uh,
make a second attack on you, a 23 to hit.
Shit, whose turn is it right
oh,
now?
that's gonna hit.
That'll be 10 bludgeoning, and please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, it's still his.
Oh, come on, I can do this again. Oof.
14 is enough to save, so nothing
Oh,
happens
thank
to
God.
you. And his final attack is a 25 to hit, so you
Wow.
will take 6 bludgeoning and a 1. So, oh shit. You're going to take 6 bludgeoning and 13 psychic damage.
Jesus.
But that is it for his turn. That guy's dead, so we're at the end of the round. How far away is it? Okay, so before we get to the top of the round, you're going to hear that giant booming voice again, and it's going to say, "I am still waiting for their blood," and you're going to hear thunderous footsteps moving closer to your direction. And that will bring us to the top of the round. Anenra, you are up.
By any chance, is it a voice that we are familiar with or have heard before?
Oh, you know what? Actually, it's probably speaking a language that only one of you understands. Lou, does anyone besides Lou speak Abyssal?
Nope.
Okay, Lou, you're the only one that understands it.
All right. Well, when given the opportunity, I would be
I was
relaying
muted.
the
And
words.
Nenra understands Abyssal too.
Okay, so Anenra and Lou, you would understand the words that the giant voice is saying.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So now that I have my advantage again for being sneaky, stealth boy, I'm going back to this guy again.
okay. Ooh, 13 is not gonna cut it.
Why am I so cursed?
I don't know.
Because you're
It's
great
super weird.
everywhere else.
You,
Man,
you do fantastic out of combat. Yeah,
right?
21 is definitely gonna hit
Hey.
for a
Oh,
Ooh.
wait.
Oh.
Well, since you added that on, it's a little less impressive. He had 32 HP. I was like, wow, that could not be
Oh.
more perfect. But
Very
yeah,
smooth.
down he goes. Where is he?
And
There
who's
he
this
is.
guy? And he said
This
there's
guy is
more?
still alive. If it looks like he's dead to you, it's because there's two tokens stacked on top of each other.
Yes, he does look dead to me.
Here, hold on. Let me move some stuff around.
Okay, I will bonus action move my hunter's mark to him,
Okay.
and
And,
that'll end his turn.
okay. So Cassius. You're up.
I stab the knoll in front of me. Oops, I think I moved the page.
16. Well,
Oof.
either way,
15.
a 15 would still hit.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Roll damage. 15.
Damage. Okay.
All right, you fool. I'm gonna stab you again. No advantage. 22.
22 hits.
What's that? 15? Oh shit, it's 15 again.
Yeah, 15. And since you hit with both, do you want to roll your third attack or do you want to do the con save now? I guess we'll do the con save actually in case you can use your third attack somewhere else. Okay, he will make a constitution save. Oh, he nailed it. He nat 20s it.
Ooh, nice.
Uh,
Lucky fuck. Lucky fuck.
he says, "Ah!"
Um, did anybody go up to that hook core up there? I'm gonna guess Lou probably did. I
This
can't
Nope.
one up
see
here,
so much. Yeah,
you can see that it is super dead and not upon.
gotcha.
They've been munching
Oh,
upon.
that's what I saw when I was moving. Then, 'cause I just saw something big. I didn't know what it was.
Ah, yes, it is a dead
Gotcha.
Hokor.
I will. I can squeeze through Rin and get up behind her. No, 5, 10, 15 feet if that's cool.
He will get an opportunity attack if you do that.
Bring it. Bring it, you fucker.
Ooh, he's gonna try and bite you as you go by.
Alright.
That is a 24 to hit. So you will take 6 piercing damage, and please make a Constitution saving throw.
Did this Knoll make an attack on miss an attack on his last turn?
Yeah.
He would have taken another 8 psychic damage from that haunting blade.
Ooh, okay. In that case, I mean he's still on his feet, but just
Okay.
Okay.
barely. So
Um,
Cassius,
yeah,
oh yeah,
that
you're gonna take full damage. So you are gonna take 6 piercing and 7 poison from his bite, and he now has another piece of you stuck in his teeth.
So 7 more damage. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And I'm here in between. Is he invisible? No, he's just grayish. Okay.
Yeah, that's just how his token is.
Beefy dude. Bonus action, stab him.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
Dope. Hit him with the pull of 10 damage. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, 1 on that. Yeah, I did. Ugh, garbage. And that is it for my turn.
Okay, in that case, it is Theric's turn.
He's going to ripple this guy.
Wisdom save. He is proficient in wisdom saves, but still only rolls a 15.
So I roll a d20. A 9. So he will take the. Oh, actually,
Oh,
it's 3. It's 11 now. Sorry. Oh wait, is it 11th level in wizard or just 11th level? I want to double check that.
I think.
For cantrips, it's character level,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
it's
okay. So
11.
it'd be either 3d8 or 3d12. So he takes the
Yeah.
3d8.
Okay. So go ahead and. Oh, you did roll that damage.
No, it rolled 2d8. That's the
Oh, okay.
3d8.
All right, so
It's
he's
10
going to
instead.
take 10. And this is force damage. Okay.
He's gonna take a couple steps up. See that big guy? Take a couple steps back.
The big guy is dead. The big guy is
Okay.
dead.
So
They were munching on it when they found you people.
okay, yeah, he'll take a few steps forward and actually step inside there with the dead guy.
Okay.
Nope, I lied. He's gonna stay out so he can silver rebarbs. That sounds better.
All right. Is that it for Theric?
Yep, that'll be it.
All right, this guy is going to, I guess, keep trying to. He really wants a piece of Cassius, but he's not so stupid as to take the opportunity attack from Crescent. So he is going to attack Crescent.
Okay.
Crescent does a. Oh, I bet an 8 does not hit. That
Mm,
would be my guess.
not today.
Oh, but there's the critical hit.
And there's a silvery barbs.
Oh, you son of a bitch. All right.
Gotta stop that shit from happening.
There's 3 of us with it. You'll never get a crit again.
That
It'll
is
be two
instead a
first levels he's used.
12. Oh, yeah. I got to be tracking his spells.
Yep. Make sure to give him a long rest too, so he gets his other slots back as well.
Yeah. Okay. So instead it's a 12 to hit, which is not going to hit. And so he's going to try and bite you with a 14, which is also not going to hit. Which means Crescent, it is your turn.
I'm gonna shift down and be like, "That's not how this works," and stab, 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 stab.
And he's going to look right up in your face and be like, I don't know how anything works.
21.
He has 1 HP left. There's no reason to math here.
So 5. I'm gonna, since he's down, I'm gonna take a step here. I don't really see anything. I see some action here, possibly. So that's an extra 10. Yeah, yep, that's good enough.
Okay.
As I move through Ren.
Okay. Let me just quickly get Theric spells situated. Theric has used 2 first level spells, right?
Yeah, that's all. That should be the only thing he's used.
Okay, cool. Okay, that guy's dead, which means it's Lou's turn.
All right. I look at this guy and I whisper to him that he shall fall to the blade of a hero. And he shall fall to the blade of a hero in bloodless combat as I hex him, casting hex with my bonus action. And then with my main action, I'm going to attack this guy twice.
And
Stop it.
Hex gives him disadvantage on certain checks, right?
Uh,
Or is that
yes, actually, it's. I'm also going to choose his strength for that. Here, I'll post this spell for you. It's just ability checks,
yeah,
but
really should also be saves, but
right.
I mean, the DM can't always change that.
that's true. We'll see if the DM is feeling kind.
And then,
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. So that
all
is
right, for 15 damage. Then second attack
also a 24. So yep.
for 19 damage.
All right, he's still up. He's pretty unhappy about it.
See, that's bonus action, and I'm not going to move anywhere. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, so the next guy's dead. So Rin, you are up. As far as you can tell, there's only one enemy close by.
Okay. I am. Give me a second, Sebastian. I'm gonna move over here. Since then I'm still in rage, I
Uh,
obviously have advantage.
Yep, and an
Yo,
18 just
I'm
barely hits.
waiting for your orders.
20
I'm waiting.
damage. All right, he's still up. He's looking real rough though.
I'm gonna go again.
8 is definitely gonna hit. Ooh, that's gonna do it.
+3.
That's gonna do it. Down he goes. I'm gonna leave us in combat for the moment, but you guys can move as though you're not in combat for right now because there's no enemies nearby. Cassius, from where you are, you can hear a bunch of the clicking and clacking from down this little narrow corridor. And the rest of you,
Oh,
you
okay.
can hear those thunderous footsteps and that loud voice. And Lou and Aninra, you would hear the voice say, "Who made these caves so small?" And you're gonna hear the
I
footsteps.
agree.
They're getting a little bit further away from you, but they are still nearby. So, which way do you guys want to go?
I would. I am going to put out the suggestion we go this way.
Mhm.
I go the opposite way.
And then we're like, can he? I want to come in here and does this look like just a cavern, or does this look like a nest, or?
It's not a nest. You can see a body of one of the hook horrors that way. And
Sebastian.
you can hear more. What's your passive perception?
I was well. The reason why I was asking if it was a nest, I was going to be looking around or just seeing what's going on down here.
Lou, stop right there.
Yep.
Um,
I was
uh,
actually going back from here. That's
okay.
all I was going. So
Lou,
say
or rather, Anenra, yeah, this is clearly not where the nest is. Based on what you know as a ranger about animal behavior, you would suspect that the adults were all retreating to the nest to defend the nest, which would have been down this hallway.
Okay. Just want to make sure. And you said I can hear. What can I hear down here?
You can hear more laughter coming from that direction. Lou, the closer you get to this narrow passageway, the more your demon senses are going wild. Like there's something big on the other side of that.
I'll point out. I think the nest is straight down this little narrow hallway right here.
I
By
was
the
muted
way.
that entire. I will go back to the party and tell them of the fiendish energy coming from that way, and suggest
Um,
that that be the direction we go.
Lou, can you do me a quick favor before you go back towards the party when you're still
Yep.
down here? Before you go back to the party, um, you're going to get a message shortly.
Oh no, Rin's dead.
Oh god!
No.
Spontaneous combustion. So much blood.
Well, let's see what's down this way.
Okay. Lou, carry on.
Um. So as I'm coming back to the party, you guys will hear Lou and see him talking to his sword, just saying, "Yes, I know he's there, or I know it's there. We'll go get it. There is a fiend of great power just beyond this tunnel up ahead. I believe we should go excise him from our plane."
Well, it has been a few cycles since we taken care of anything of great success, so carry on. I mean, let's carry on.
Did I hear something of you all wanting to go hunt down a hook horror nest?
No, I was just pointing out there was a nest. The nest is down that way if we did want to go check it out.
All right.
I think the fiend is kind of a more important threat. Wouldn't you say?
I'm glad you understand the prudence of the situation.
I I don't, but I'll go with it. I've studied your behaviors, so I know.
Did-
Cassius, are you coming or
Cassius.
are you muted?
Uh,
I don't want to leave Cassius.
Are
Cassius
we ending here
now.
because it's 3, or are we going on for another hour?
We are gonna
Zach, they're talking to you.
I know. I
we are
heard
going
them.
to go for another
Trying to
couple
catch
of.
up. I think I'm going the wrong
Oh,
way. So
You
how
are
does
you?
that go
Yeah.
that way?
We are
We're
going to
over
go for
here.
another couple of minutes here, but not much longer than that.
All
What's
right.
up with Derek? Didn't
Uh,
know which way you
My
as
were
the
going.
son thinks
party,
he's ignoring that I'm ignoring him, and he doesn't realize I'm in the middle of a D&D session. So, like, the sooner the better, please.
All right. I don't
uh,
think this will take that long to get through here. But,
I go ahead.
so are you going through this small passageway here, Lou?
Yes, I'm gonna turn to the party and tell them. So it's coming from this direction. I'm gonna eke my way through here.
All right.
Oh,
When you get to the other side, you can see. Let me get to the good description here. You can see a knoll that is considerably. Actually, I think he's supposed to be large, isn't he? Oh no, it does say medium. Interesting. You can see a knoll that is considerably taller and ganglier than others, and it is painted in several layers of blood and gore.
Hmm.
And it is wielding a flail, much like the ones you saw before, but it has multiple heads, and the heads are all smoking, and it looks like this.
Hmm.
oh,
That's kind of awesome.
So
Crescent, that weapon would be amazing for you.
I'm gonna let everybody kind of get into this area before we do anything else.
That's good.
Because this is actually
And
a story beat, not a. Because I actually, yeah, with as little time or as much as the time has, we're not actually going to fully combat this right here. As the larger, scarier knoll raises the flail above its head and starts howling at you, you can hear those thunderous footsteps again. This is not the creature that was causing them, and instead, coming from around a corner, you see this guy. Oh, you can't actually see him, so I'm just going to move him around. Uh, Coming from around, he does not fit in this small passageway,
Oh, fuck.
my,
and
Okay.
he sees you coming through, and he says, "Ah, there they are!" And you can see him swinging his massive flail around, and unfortunately, he hits against the walls of the cave, causing a massive collapse right over the top of him and his friends, which effectively blocks off that whole corridor.
Whew, that was close, guys. I'll just put my
Um,
fingers to the sky and go, "Thank you, Unicorn Man. I love you."
I
Thanks,
want to melt the
Charlie.
rocks away with my lightsaber and go kill them.
and then and then the ghost of Charlie just says, "You're welcome."
Hmm? Is it
Charlie
bad that
likes
I'm
it,
really
Cam.
concerned the fact that you said the ghost, as in Charlie is dead?
It's
Well, we
Uh,
always
don't know where we're summoning Charlie from. It could technically be an undead unicorn.
True.
We don't know.
That's
you're
true.
so
welcome. Oh my
So,
god.
as you can hear, the beast is certainly not dead. It is struggling against the mountain of rubble that has come fallen on top of it. You see Jimjar hop from the back of Glabagul's saddle, and he points down here and he says, "We're nearly there. Blingdenstone is this way. We can escape. Come on."
Okay, I'll follow Jim Jar.
Oh, go. And Lou's gonna like do the hand wavy rush thing, let everybody go ahead and be the last one. Since these are fiends, if anything comes up behind us, I can get them off our tail.
Okay.
uh,
Uh,
quick question. So if we are escaping that way, can I still see this?
no, no. There's just a big pile of rubble there.
Okay. All right, then never mind then.
Go Jim Jar. Gotta chase him down.
Where's
Let's go.
Gabagool?
Let's go.
Glabagul's right
Run,
behind
Jim
you,
He's
Jar.
Anendra.
coming.
Oh,
He's
I
always there.
wasn't looking.
Did he, did he say, he said it
The
was this
left,
way, right?
the left
Yes.
or right, Jim Jar.
Jimjar
I
hops
need I
back
need
up.
the light from Lou. I can't go
Right.
any further.
Jimjar hops back up on Glabagool and points upward to the right here, and he says, "That way."
That's the way we're going. Go, guys, I'm going. Ah.
And where we're going to call it for the day is where the cavern slowly starts to become more maintained. And in fact, it is basically a road by the time we are done here.
Oh, cool.
And I would normally have ended us on the first Blingdenstone map, but that's the scene that got deleted, so I don't have one.
Oh,
That's all good.
it
So,
happens.
next time we will be going very near Blingdenstone and seeing what happens there.
Cassius, can you cast haste on Glob so he moves a little bit faster?
It only lasts for a minute. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Oh, but I can. No, I can't cast Dimension Door on him. He's bigger than me, right?
Didn't you take extend the spell, make it last for 2 minutes?
I mean, no, I didn't take that. So what I could cast is I could cast Dimension Door on him.
Oh yeah.
I think, but I'm pretty sure it's only for medium creatures. I don't think he's medium.
So I don't
That's
think we're actually going to be able to play next week.
You gotta
Oh.
conveniently forget your charger again.
I already packed it.
Okay.